I'm sorry.
So you drive a lot?
Yeah, when I want to get somewhere.
Well, come on, help a nigga out, man. Shit, don't be having me standing up in this car. Your bitch be standing.
You know Eddie Murphy. Everybody know Eddie Murphy. Beverly Hills Cop, Coming to America.
That was really scary. And if you don't mind me saying, if that don't work, your breath certainly will get the job done, cause
Why are you following me?
The Donkey in Shrek. The man who made your whole family laugh on a Saturday night and your grandma trusted him in the living room. Clean image, big famous smile, the kind of star folks call wholesome. But behind all that laughter is one of the messiest, most tangled love lives in the history of Hollywood. We talking 10 children, 5 different women, a daughter he tried to say wasn't his, and a marriage that did not even last 2 full weeks. So get comfortable, because what you're about to hear is the part of Eddie Murphy's life nobody ever puts on the movie posters. Let's go back to where the pattern started, because the pattern is the whole story. In the summer of 1989, Eddie was already one of the biggest comedians on the planet. And in July of that year, his girlfriend at the time, a woman named Paulette McNeely, gave birth to his first child, a son named Eric. Now you would think a man would slow down after his first baby. Eddie did the opposite. Just a few months later, in November of that same 1989, a different woman, a model named Nicole Mitchell, gave birth to his daughter, Bria. And if that wasn't enough, the very next year, November of 1990, a third woman, Tamara Hood, gave birth to his son, Christian. Sit with that for a second. 3 kids, 3 different mothers, all inside about 16 months. Eddie Murphy was making babies faster than he was making movies, and that is saying something. Out of all those women, it was Nicole Mitchell who looked like the one. In March of 1993, Eddie married her, and on paper, this was the fairy tale. The superstar settles down with the beautiful model. They build a mansion, they build a family, and they built it big. Together, Eddie and Nicole had 5 children, 5. Bria, then Miles, then Shane, then Zola, then Bella. For more than a decade, the world looked at the Murphys and saw the picture of a stable Black Hollywood family. Eddie even said in interviews that family was the most powerful thing there is, and he meant it. The problem was, the picture and the reality were 2 different movies. After 13 years, it all fell apart. In April of 2006, Eddie and Nicole finalized their divorce, and it was not quiet and it was not cheap. This was a major Hollywood split, the kind that splits more than just a marriage. It splits a fortune. And here's the thing about a man like Eddie. A breakup that big would shut most people all the way down. For him, it was just the doorway into the wildest chapter yet. Because right after Nicole, Eddie stepped into a situation that would put his private business on every front page in the world. Her name was Melanie Brown, but you know her better as Mel B, Scary Spice, 1/5 of the biggest girl group on earth, the Spice Girls. Eddie and Mel B got together, and it was hot and it was fast. And then it got complicated, the way these things do. Mel B got pregnant, and instead of celebrating, Eddie did something that turned the whole romance into a scandal overnight. He demanded a paternity test, publicly. He let the world know he was not sure that baby was his, and he wanted proof before he claimed anything. Now think about how that lands for a woman carrying a child. Mel B was out here pregnant, and the father of her baby was telling the press he needed a DNA test first. The baby was born in April of 2007, a little girl, and Mel B named her Angel Iris. And when those test results came back, there was no more wiggle room, no more doubt to hide behind. The DNA confirmed it. Eddie Murphy was the father, but the damage was already done. In those early days, Mel B told the world that Eddie was not trying to be in his daughter's life at all. Picture that. A baby girl with one of the most famous, richest men in entertainment for a daddy, and at the start, he was nowhere to be found. That is the kind of story that follows a man. Now here is where Eddie's story takes a turn, and it is the turn that says a lot about who he really is underneath all that drama. Because the Mel B situation did not stay ugly forever. Over the years, slow and quiet, Eddie came around. He started showing up for Angel. He started building a real bond with the daughter he once tried to question. There came a point where Mel B herself was telling people that Angel stays with her father, that Eddie and Angel spend real time together, that he steps up when it counts. Back in December of 2018, When Mel B had to go in for emergency surgery on 2 broken ribs, it was Eddie who stepped in and took care of their daughter while she healed. So the same man who demanded that test became the father who showed up when it mattered most. People can change. The early chapter was cold. The later chapters were not. And years down the line, on Angel's 18th birthday, Mel B was posting her little girl on social media, calling her special and bright and talented, the kind of proud mama post that tells you that messy beginning grew into something whole. But before all that healing, Eddie had one more piece of chaos to get through, and this one is so short you might miss it if you blink. In 2008, Eddie Murphy got married again, this time to Tracey Edmonds, a successful producer and a serious woman in the industry. They had a ceremony, they made it official in spirit, and then, almost as fast as it started, it was over. The marriage to Tracey Edmonds lasted about 14 days, 2 weeks. Some people stay on vacation longer than that marriage lasted. They walked it back, called it off, and Eddie quietly added another wild line to a love story that already had too many. And we have not even talked about the names he was linked to in between, because at one point, Eddie Murphy was connected to none other than Whitney Houston. Yeah, that Whitney, the voice of a generation. 2 of the biggest Black entertainers of their era in each other's orbit. It did not turn into forever, but it tells you the level Eddie was moving on. This man was not just famous.
What's your name?
Mo, and I have titty.
Oh, sorry.
He was at the very center of Black Hollywood for decades, and his romantic life ran right through the middle of it. So by this point, you might be thinking, when does it stop? When does a man with 10 kids in the making and a 2-week marriage finally find some peace? And the answer is a name you might not expect because she was there the whole time, hiding in plain sight. Back in 2006, on the set of a comedy called Big Mama's House 2, Eddie crossed paths with an Australian model and actress named Paige Butcher. They did not start anything then. But years later, in 2012, after all the dust from Nicole and Mel B and Tracey had settled, Eddie and Paige got together for real. And this time, it stuck. With Paige, Eddie did something he had not really done before. He took it slow. They were together for years before they made any big moves. In 2016, they welcomed a daughter, Izzy. In 2018, they welcomed a son, Max. That brought the grand total to 10 children. And also in 2018, Eddie finally got engaged again. But here is the part that says everything. He did not rush to the altar. He stayed engaged to Paige for more than 5 years. The man who used to collect marriages and breakups like trophies was suddenly in no hurry at all. And then, in July of 2024, Eddie Murphy quietly married Paige Butcher on a beach in Anguilla. No circus, no scandal, just done. Think about the full picture for a second. The same Eddie Murphy who had 3 kids by 3 women before he turned 30. The same Eddie who demanded a DNA test on the world stage. The same Eddie whose marriage once lasted 14 days. That same man is now a settled husband, a father of 10, and yes, a grandfather, because his son Miles has children of his own. Eddie went from the king of complicated to the head of one of the biggest blended families in Hollywood. And the wild thing is, by every account, those 10 kids actually love each other and love him. He has said over and over that his children are the center of his whole world, that there is no higher blessing than family. And the family keeps growing in ways you could not script. Remember Eric, that very first son, the one born back in 1989 that started this whole thing? Eric grew up and fell in love with Jasmin Lawrence, and Jasmin Lawrence is the daughter of Martin Lawrence. Yeah, Martin. Eddie Murphy's son married the daughter of another comedy king. The 2 families joined up, they got married in 2025, and in the spring of 2026, they had a baby of their own. So the kid Eddie had at the very start of this messy ride is now giving him grandchildren and tying the Murphy name to the Lawrence name. From 3 babies in 16 months to a whole comedy dynasty. You really cannot make this up. So maybe that is the real story here. Not just the chaos, even though the chaos is unbelievable, but the fact that a man can spend half his life running from commitment, making mistakes out loud in front of the entire world, denying his own daughter, blowing through a marriage in 2 weeks, and still somehow end up exactly where he always said he wanted to be, surrounded by family. It took him 10 kids, 5 mothers, and decades of drama to get there. But he got there. What do y'all think? After everything you just heard, Do you believe Eddie Murphy finally became the family man he always claimed to be? Or do you think the world just stopped paying attention to the mess? Let us know your thoughts and opinions down below in the comments, and stay tuned for more true celebrity stories.